Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today, Global Net Lease Incorporated just filed an 8K, and I am seeing signs of board shakeups that matter. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. The company held its annual meeting, and while most votes were expected, there are some key changes in who is running what committees. Let's dive into what happened at Global Net Lease Incorporated's annual meeting on May 21, 2026. It sounds like a routine meeting for electing directors and approving their auditors, but the real story is in the follow-up committee assignments. First up, the election of 8 directors. All 8 nominees were voted in, which is pretty standard. We're looking at big numbers here like Edward M. Weil Jr. getting over 146 million votes for, with about 6 million withheld. Dr. M. Therese, Antone and Lisa D. Cabinet also saw strong support with over 149 and 151 million votes for respectively. It seems the shareholders are comfortable with the current boardroom slate. Next, shareholders voted to keep PricewaterhouseCoopers LLP as their independent auditors for 2026. Over 179 million votes were cast for this, showing confidence in their accounting oversight. There were very few votes against this, just over 1 million and only about 436,000 abstentions. This is a pretty clear signal that the company is happy with its auditors and that the auditors are doing their job correctly. Then there was the say on pay vote, which is an advisory vote on executive compensation. It passed with about 145 million votes for, but there were also over 6 million votes against. This indicates that while the majority of shareholders are okay with how the executives are being paid, a notable portion still has some concerns or disagreements with the compensation packages. It is not a huge red flag, but it is something the board might want to look into further, especially if this trend continues in future meetings. Now, here is where things get interesting. Following the meeting, there were some changes to the board committees. P. Sue Parody and Governor Edward Rondell are retiring from the board. This led to some fresh faces stepping onto key committees. Lisa Kabnick is joining the audit committee, replacing Miss Parity. This is important because the audit committee oversees financial reporting and internal controls. Importantly, the company states Miss Kabnick meets the independence requirements for this role, which is crucial for good governance. Dr. M. Therese Antone is stepping onto the Nominating and Corporate Governance Committee, taking over from Governor Rondell. This committee is responsible for things like board composition and corporate governance policies. They've also reshuffled some existing members, Stanley R. Perla will continue as chair of the Audit Committee, joined by Lisa D. Kabnick and Leon C. Richardson. Dr. M. Therese Antone will chair the Compensation Committee, alongside Michael J. U. Monahan and Stanley R. Perla Robert I. Kaufman remains chair of the Finance Committee, with Lisa D. Kabnick, Michael J. U. Monahan, and Edward M. Weil Jr. serving. Finally, Leslie D. Michelson is the chair of the Nominating and Corporate Governance Committee, joined by Dr. M. Therese Antone and Leon C. Richardson. These committee assignments are really about aligning the right people with the right responsibilities, especially as the company navigates its business strategy, looking at the bigger picture. Global Net Lease Incorporated seems to be maintaining stability in its board elections and auditor appointments. The slight split in the executive compensation vote is a minor point of observation, but the committee realignments are the main takeaway here. It shows the company is actively managing its board structure following retirements, bringing in fresh perspectives on critical committees like audit and nominating and corporate governance. The focus on independence for the audit committee is a positive sign for investor confidence. What will be interesting to watch is how these new committee members influence future decisions and oversight within Global Net Lease Incorporated. Oh, and the research tools I actually use are linked in the description. They help keep this channel going. That is my take. Stay decoded, like, comment, subscribe, and join our Discord for more deep dives.